Hisuian Lilligant makes its Pokemon Go debut during its own raid day, and by the end of this video, you'll know everything the event has to offer and the best tips to help you make the most of it. And there are actually some reasons why this event is well worth playing. So the event does take place on July 12th between 2 PM and 5 PM local time, but what exactly does it have to offer? Well, for the bonuses, Hisuian Lilligant will be appearing more frequently in raids, and the raids will be resetting every 30 minutes. Hisuian Lilligant caught from these raids will have a 1 in 10 boosted shiny rate, so it is probably going to be the best chance to get this shiny. You will also be able to receive up to 5 free raid passes from spinning gyms, and these will be additional to the daily free raid pass, and you can keep your daily raid pass from the day before as well, so you can actually get a total of 7 for the day. You can also get an extra premium battle pass if you join a community ambassador meetup. To do this, head to the Niantic Campfire app and check your local area to see if there are any community ambassador meetups for the raid day. Then you can go to the meetup, check in via the Campfire app to receive a timed research, and upon completion of this research, you will receive a premium raid pass. And for those that can't get out and raid in person, the remote raid limit will be increased to 20 from July 11th at 5 PM until the 12th at 8 PM PDT. There is also the optional $5 ticket that you can purchase, and this will get you 8 additional raid passes from spinning gyms. You'll have an increased chance of getting Rare Candy XL from raids, and you'll get 50% more XP and 2 times Stardust from raids. These effects will be active between 2 PM and 5 PM on the raid day July 12th. You can also pick up this ticket for the same price on the Pokemon Go web store, but you will get a bonus premium raid pass with it as well, so definitely worth picking this up from the web store. But to know whether or not this ticket is worth purchasing, we first need to go through whether Hisuian Lilligant is actually worth raiding or not. Is it any good in Pokemon Go? Well, firstly, the Pokemon does differ in typing to the Unova Lilligant, which is a grass type. The Hisuian Lilligant is a grass and fighting type, therefore it is weak to fire, flying, poison, psychic, ice, and fairy type attacks. It has a max CP of 2840, attack of 208, defense of 159, and stamina of 172. Its fast attacks are Magical Leaf and Bullet Seed, and its charged attacks are Petal Blizzard, Close Combat, Solar Beam, and Upper Hand. But the general consensus is that it won't have much meta relevance, and in the future it could get access to its signature move Victory Dance, which could improve its performance. But either way, this is still a good event to play for a few reasons. Firstly, raid days are one of the best events to play for free-to-play players because you will get free raid passes to use, and being 3-star raids, they are soloable for most trainers, and I will be getting into the best counters for it in a moment. And as well as getting up to 7 free shiny checks for the day, you will also get all of the rewards from beating the raids, such as XP and Stardust. Not only that, but these raids can help you fuel your adventure effects, because the Pokemon you need to get candy for the adventure effects are generally not in raids that often. However, you can use rare candy that you get from these raids to turn into the candy for any of these Pokemon. So it's a good time to farm some rare candy for this, or for any other way you want to use rare candy, like on mythical Pokemon for example. Raid days are also really helpful for evolving Galarian Yamask and Hisuian Quillfish. This is because to evolve them, you do need to have them as your buddy and complete 10 raids. So whether the ticket is worth picking up or not generally depends on what you want from the event. If you are just shiny hunting, I would recommend using the free passes first, and then if you don't get the shiny from the free passes, you could think about buying the ticket. But if you're looking to maximize XP, Stardust, and Rare Candy XL, and you're planning on doing more raids than the free passes allow, then this ticket will be worth it for you. You may, however, find better raid pass value in the bundles in the in-game shop, and the green premium battle passes do have more value than the orange ones that you get from this ticket, because you can use them in Go Battle League as well as raids, and they don't expire either, so that's something to bear in mind. Now, if you do decide to raid this Pokemon, what are the best counters? The 100% IV CP values you're looking for are 1435 and 1794 boosted in sunny and cloudy weather. It is a grass and fighting type, therefore it is weak to fire, flying, poison, psychic, ice, and fairy type attacks. The best counters are Mega Rayquaza, Mega Blaziken, Mega Charizard Y, White Kyurem, Shadow Salamence, Mega Salamence, Rayquaza, Shadow Heatran, Shadow Moltres, and Black Kyurem. And for budget counters, which are generally easier to obtain and to power up, I would recommend Salamence, Delphox, Braviary, Incineroar, Blaziken, and Staraptor. This raid will be soloable for most trainers, but if you are a newer player or if you just don't have the counters for it, then I do recommend taking another trainer to help you out. And remember to party up to use party power if you can, because it will make the raid a lot easier. And if you want to maximize candy for Hisuian Lilligant from these raids, you can always use peanut berries to catch it, and you can mega evolve any Pokemon to get more candy for it because it is a raid caught Pokemon. But if you want more Candy XL, you would need to mega evolve a grass or a fighting type, such as Venusaur, Heracross, Sceptile, Blaziken, Medicham, Lopunny, Abomasnow, Lucario, Gallade, or you could revert Groudon because it mimics sunny weather, which allows it to boost fire, ground, and grass types. And if you can, mega evolve a Pokemon that is at the max mega level so you can get more candy, XP, and chance for Candy XL. But perhaps the best way to get more candies for Hisuian Lilligant is through the overlapping Hisuian Celebration event, where there will be a whole host of bonuses, including 4 times catch XP XP, 4 times catch Stardust, increased chance to encounter shiny Hisuian Voltorb, shiny Hisuian Quillfish, and shiny Unknown U. And in the wild, you will be able to encounter Zubat, Hisuian Voltorb, Magikarp, Hisuian Quillfish, Starly, Croagunk, Petalil, which is what you want to look out for if you want candy for Hisuian Lilligant. We also have the debut of Hisuian Zorua, and we have Rufflet, Bergmite, and rarely Sneasel, Larvitar, and Bagon. And I will be going through which wild encounters are most worth hunting whilst you play this raid day, but firstly, I do want to quickly mention an extra tip for increased remote raid limit. So the increased limit to 20 will actually allow you to do 40 remote raids over the 2 days it's active, and if you do decide that you don't want to raid Hisuian Lilligant, you could use the increased remote raid limit to raid other Pokemon that are available at that time. So at the time of the increased remote raids, in 1-star raids will be Hisuian Growlithe, Unknown U, and Hisuian Sneasel. In 3-star raids will be Hisuian Braviary, Hisuian Avalugg, Weirdeer, and Kleavor. In 5-star raids will be Solgaleo making its debut, in Mega raids will be Mega Charizard X, and in 5-star Shadow raids will be Shadow Registeel. Max Ghastly will also be available in Max Battles. But which of these are actually worth raiding? Well, Hisuian Growlithe has no meta relevance, so unless you're after the shiny, it isn't really worth raiding. Remember though, it does have a boosted 1 in 64 shiny rate. Unknown U again doesn't have any meta relevance, but Unknown are rare outside of special events, and they are normally paywalled behind an event ticket. This one is also shiny boosted for the event. Hisuian Sneasel has some relevance in that Sneasler is ranked 103 in the Master League, but unless you really want it, there are better targets for your remote raid passes. For the 3-star raids, none are particularly meta relevant, the best being Hisuian Avalugg being ranked 105 in the Master League, but again they do all have perma boosted shiny rates. In 5-star raids however, we do have the debut of Solgaleo in raids, and it is a great Pokemon to raid despite it being shiny locked, because it is one of the best Pokemon in the Master League being ranked 4. It's also fusion material for Duskmane Necrozma along with Necrozma itself, but as Necrozma fusions take on the IVs and the shiny status of the Necrozma, it could be worth keeping some spare non-shiny lower IV Solgaleo for fusions. And Duskmane Necrozma is ranked 13 in the Master League, and it's the 3rd best steel type attacker overall with Metal Claw and Sun Steel Strike. And in Mega raids we do have Mega Charizard X, and the energy you get from this raid can actually be used to Mega Evolve a Charizard into the Y form as well, which is the more relevant form in Pokemon Go, being the #1 fire type attacker with Fire Spin and legacy move Blast Burn. The candy you get for Charizard is also useful for powering up and unlocking max moves for G-Max Charizard, which is a very strong fire type attacker for max battles. So out of all of these, I would recommend spending your passes on Solgaleo or Mega Charizard. And whilst you're out playing the raid day, which wild Pokemon are most worth focusing? So briefly, we do have Hisuian Voltorb, which doesn't have any meta relevance, but it is normally a perma boosted shiny, and during this event it will be boosted even more because of the event bonus. Magikarp could be worth picking up if you haven't done the 400 candy evolution yet, and Mega Gyarados is the 8th best dark type attacker with Bite and Crunch, and it's the 5th best water type with Waterfall and Hydro Pump. Gyarados itself is also ranked 52 in the Master League. Hisuian Quillfish's evolution Overquill is the 8th best poison type attacker with Poison Jab and Sludge Bomb, and like Hisuian Voltorb, it has an extra shiny boost because of the event bonus. For Starly, Staraptor is the 19th best flying type with Gust and Fly, so not a bad budget option if you haven't got anything better. Croagunk could also be an option to hunt because Toxicroak is ranked 82 in the Ultra League. Bergmite could be worth catching for candy for Hisuian Avalugg. Hisuian Zorua and Zoroark do have the unique typing of Normal and Ghost, meaning it is only weak to Dark type attacks, so it does have a good chance of being good in Go Battle League. Hisuian Zoroark will have 261 attack, 146 stamina, and 128 defense, and with the moveset Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball, it could actually be a strong Ghost type attacker. Rufflet's evolution Braviary is the 18th best flying type with Air Slash and Fly. Sneasel's evolution Weavile is the 20th best dark type with Snarl and Foul Play, and it's the 20th best ice type attacker with Ice Shard and Avalanche. Larvitar is worth it for candy for Mega Tyranitar, which is the #1 dark type attacker with Bite and Brutal Swing, and it's the 3rd best rock type with legacy move Smackdown and charge attack Stone Edge, so it is a really strong raid attacker. And lastly, Bagon is a good one to catch as well because Mega Salamence is the 3rd best flying type attacker with Dragon Tail and Fly, and it's the 3rd best dragon type with Dragon Tail and Draco Meteor. But overall, it is really worth catching any Pokemon if you're looking to get more XP in Stardust, because there is a 4 times catch XP and 4 times catch Stardust bonus that will be boosted to 8 times catch XP and 6 times catch Stardust with Lucky Eggs and Star Pieces active. So I do highly recommend using an auto catcher if you've got one whilst you're raiding to pick up extra catches while you can't catch. And if you want to know what else is going on in Pokemon Go this month, then I recommend checking out these videos on the screen next.